So we found out whether two graphs are inverses of each other, two lines are inverses of each other from their graphs. Now we need to actually be able to find an inverse from an equation. So to find the inverse of an equation, we're going to stick with that mantra of switching x and y, but then we have to take it one step further and solve for y. That is incredibly important and a step that a lot of students forget. So you might want to highlight it or bubble it or whatever you have to do to make it stand out for you. You have to solve for y. So let's take a look at our first problem here. You might be looking at this and going, there's not even a y in there, Mrs. Rodriguez. Well, you're right. F of x is what's standing in for y. So the first step would be to rewrite it with a y. And we're going to switch x and y. So it becomes x equals negative 3y. And then solve for y. So we'll need to divide both sides by negative 3. So y will equal negative 1/3 x. That's the inverse. Let's take a look at number 2. First, rewrite it with a y. Switch x and y. So x equals 4y minus 6. Then we'll need to solve for y. So we'll add 6 to both sides, giving us x plus 6 equals 4y. And then we'll need to divide by 4 on both sides. So we'll get y equals 1/4 x plus, and this can reduce to be 3 halves. I would prefer for you to write it as 2 separates so that it's in slope-intercept form. Let's take a look at h of x. First step, rewrite it with a y. Switch x and y. Oops. And then we have to solve to get y by itself. So we'll add 3 to both sides, which gives us x plus 3 equals 2y. Then we'll divide by 2 on both sides, and that will give us y equals 1/2 x plus 3 halves. And that's the inverse.